Hello and welcome to a smerdp video, and today we're looking at Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, the 10-episode mini-series on the back of Season 3, or called Season 3.1. Whatever you want to call it, it's there, it happens. And if I remember correctly, this was Saban's way of experimenting how well embracing other Power Ranger costumes would be before going into Zeo, and I guess it paid off. Ratings were still up and they went with Zeo, which is one of my favorite seasons. So I do like how this looks. I felt like this bit was pretty cool. I feel like there's some Mondo alien invasion going on there. I like the fact that there is water surrounding them because they needed water to survive, in particular Aquatar water. Now, I'm not going to pretend to remember all their names. I will not, because I've completely forgot. I only watched the season again the other week, surprisingly enough. So, pretty quite embarrassed by myself. So, pretty much, they're either around 6.5 inches, or 5.9. And if I remember rightly, there was only one female ranger, which was the leader. And is it Delphina? I can't remember. Anyway, let's get these out of the packaging and have a closer look. Okay, so here they are on the packaging. The packaging, I mean, it is what it is. It's the environmentally friendly packaging. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. And it's not... it doesn't always bode well for the collector in terms of... For example, one of my figures, in fact, few of these had, the swords were sort of bent out of shape, so I had to sort of bend them back, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Now, one thing I will say is, I absolutely love this format. Hasbro, I feel sometimes, in terms of releasing these figures as teams, would do very well by releasing whole teams. All right, it takes away some of that variety and some of that stuff that we like to see. And I obviously like doing review. Me personally, I do like getting away because I've got 4 different reviews. So I do like that. But something about having a whole pack like this is great. It was the same with the Psycho Rangers. Having that whole pack released was perfect. Now, providing they sell well, which I believe they did. I think they were sold out, etc. I think this could be perhaps a way forward. I don't know. Maybe, you know, if you think about, if we go back to the environment perspective of it, hopefully there's a little bit less waste in one pack rather than 4 different packs. Anyway, another good thing about this is they are consistent. So by that, they come with the katana base, they come with a sword, they come with a little dagger, and they come with a gun. Now, the only thing that is different is some of them have little shooty effects, such as this, which can go on here, like so. If I can actually put it in, there you go, you got a shooty effect, and some of them have the little sword effect. That's the only thing that seems to be different. Everything seems to be sort of generic, where they've got either closed fists, or they've got open hands, etc. Or in fact, the White Ranger's got karate hands. So, so there are some different variety hands. That is the only thing that is different. So that's pretty cool. And we will look at them holding each of their weapons in a minute. So let's take a look at each Ranger. So we've got the beautiful leader of the Alien Rangers, the White Ranger, which is very awesome. Pinless body all the way through. Looks very, very nice. Works really, really well. Do like the fact it's got the nice little lightning there, the signs there, and the signs on the forehead. I hope that came out really, really well. And then you can see the Botana just sits on the back, like so. I probably need to turn that like that. That's a little bit better. Now, I put the sword in there because, maybe it's just me, I don't actually remember these little swordy things at all. Like I said, I watched it a couple weeks ago. I don't remember it at all. However, I felt like this is the gun. It's got similarities. So this bit looks better in there than say the gun. I might as well show you the gun before I do that bit. Focuses. Come in light. There we go. It's a nice little gun there. Looks very cool. And then you can put that in there. So you can put the gun in there. And actually that doesn't look that bad. So you could do that. I think this is more designed for the gun. However, I feel like the knife goes in there and then they transform it. Like I said, I don't remember them doing that in the show. So there is the White Ranger. Should we get articulation out of the way? Let's do it. So the head can go all the way around. Little look down, little look up. Full 360 there and up. Spin on the joint. Spin on the bicep. Double on the arm. But I will say, be very careful. There's a thin joint in there. Spin the arm. And then it's the up and down motion on the hand there, like so. There's movement on the chest. And there is a little ab crunchy going on there. She can do splits because the skirt opens up like so. But this bit is restricted. And this is actually well connected to that thing. There is a drop there. There's a swivel on the thigh. There is a double on the leg. Spinny there. Lefty, righty, an upsy, and a downsy. So these are full of beautiful articulated figures, which is amazing. Fabulous job in terms of that, which looks very cool. So there we go. So there is the White Ranger. So let's move her out the way. In fact, let me lay her down there before she drops over. Then we got the Black Ranger. Once again, her head goes round. Nice little things there. So the detail is very similar. They do have different visors. All of them have sort of different visors. So once again, it's got a butterfly effect there. And the males, I'm not going to do all the males because you can see they are all the same. They do have the pins. They are not pinless. So which is a little bit disappointing. There is the spin on the hand there. And then it is the up and down there. Movement on the chest and an ab crunch. Good old crunch. This bit is a bit looser than because it's not attached to a skirt because he does not have a skirt. There is not the droppy bit down that the White Ranger seem to have, but there is movement on the thigh. Then there is turns. There is double on the leg. Lefty, righty. Oh, no, that's just a spin there. An upsy and a downsy. So there is the articulation. So like I said, I'm not going to show you the rest of the men's articulation because I don't need to now because one figure is the same as all. So those look very, very cool. And like I said, you can probably need to move that down. That looks a little bit better like that. And perhaps it's up to you. I think the gun is going to sit better in there. Let's just try that out. Let's try that out. Let's have a look. There we go. Look at that. Ugh. Fits nicely in there. And also on the belt, they've got a little Sigma there. And they're almost the same, except the Yellow Rangers is black. I guess the color doesn't really go well. And they've all got little different signs on them as well. So in fact, I don't think I looked at the White Rangers. So let's bring hers in there. So she's got a circle. It would have been cool if it matched to like the visor or something. Hey ho. Let's go. So there is the Blue Ranger. He's got a little square there. Same little signs there. That all is the same. Paint all looks cool. I do like this blue. It's very, very nice blue. Mine seems to, it's got some really defined calves there going on. It's got the little belt on there. And it does look very, very cool all the way through. So once again, they've done a fabulous job. And let's pull out the sword for this one so we can have a look at that. And the swords are all the same. They're all the same. But they do look very, very nice. And in terms of this, you can take this off if you want. Entirely up to you. I feel like at one point they had the whole things off in their hands, unless I'm imagining it. I could be imagining it. Got quite an imagination. And then there is the Yellow Ranger. He has the triangle. I think the thing with this series is the footage taken from the Japanese counterpart. There, depending on when this was filmed, there probably wasn't any real relation at all in terms of connection to Zeo, but you do have that Zeo crossover. Now, I quite honestly, I have no idea whether that was American footage or actually Alien footage. So maybe the Alien Ranger series came before Zeo, like most series. They just sort of follow on unless they decide actually that one won't work, etc. So, but very, very interesting. Usual Power Ranger things there. They got the little protection on the knuckles. So yeah, just very different that this has a black belt there going on, just defines the yellow. I think that was the idea there. I'm not sure if that, I mean, I hope it's not mistaken. It's just a genuine food for thought. There is the Yellow Ranger. Very cool. He stands up. You're not going to stand up, are you? Let me lay you down gently. And then we have the Red Ranger. Once again, he has a nice little Sigma on the helmet. This is all the same. It's got a little S there for sugar. No idea what it's there for, but it's gold. And once again, the uniform all the way through these figures, apart from the Yellow Ranger being the odd one out, do look very, very cool. And I do like the genericness. And perhaps that's why, after this series, the Zeo, which was more of a uniformed figure thing, just fitted really well. Perhaps it looked really cool. So anyway, let's show some of these figures with their weapons. Okay, so very quickly, here they are with some of their weapons. Some of them have got their guns out, some of them have got their swords out. In fact, most of them have got their guns out and swords out. And just to add on the little effect there, and then obviously up there, you've got the effect around the sword, which is very, very nice. So some very, very nice weapons. Now, in terms of the weapons, which I have very, very quickly scanned through, let's have another quick look at these, and they do look very, very nice. I love the fact that there's sort of like a little Sigma on there. It's not coming out very well on the camera. Whoops, I almost dropped my camera there. And the colors just look very, very vibrant. Now the swords, I think my biggest beef with this is the fact where they've been pushed and shoved, they easily just shift out of place, etc. But once again, they look pretty darn awesome, and they are all the same there. And then finally, just bring in the knives once more, which feel like a sort of gun piece as well. So I do feel like that's meant to be their design. I don't recall seeing this in the show or whether this happened. So if this was ever in the original Japanese version, then this is showcasing that as far as I'm concerned. And I think they've done one hell of a job creating these. All right, so here are some of the team doing some of their poses. I'm not sure that I've got them exactly right, but this seemed to be the closest. And, well, yellow and black, well, they just had fist hands, so I just decided to do this. I thought it looked cool. So, but you can see that you can really do some really nice things with these figures and get them into some really decent poses on your shelves, etc. And, you know, do whatever you want to do with to make them look good, which isn't very difficult, to be honest with you, because these look amazing. So let's wrap up this video. So just to wrap it up, these figures are absolutely amazing. I absolutely love them. And for the price tag, what's the price tag? Oh, you're right. You can argue that's pretty bad. 15 quid overpriced. But hey, it's not the end of the world, because we have Alien Rangers. Who would have thought that would have happened? So I've got to give kudos to Hasbro for delivering brand new Ranger teams again and giving us, the fans, what we want. Quality figures. In my mind, they're quality. Let me know what you think. Do you think these are still quality? What do you think of the price range? Is it still driving you up the wall? It's still driving me up the wall. I want to hear what you think. So anyway, if you like my channel, please support my channel by subscribing. We appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that is subscribed to my channel. We appreciate you folks a great deal. Without you, I don't have a channel. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. As always, best geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.